Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor, a very smoky green studio today for very good reason. Is Tilray Brands and other cannabis sector stocks about to explode? Well, they're already up 74% because we're waiting for Donald Trump today to sign an executive order reclassifying this entire space. And if he does, remember, we thought that Tilray Brands could go to $40 before the split. Now it's somewhere in the region of $100 with the recalibration. Think about it, folks. Is it going to happen? Could it happen today? Well, we've already done a deep dive on this, but we're going to do another one today. Now, we are keeping our eye on Donald Trump today, and any information, all our Lucasades, Sensei, Vaz, and everybody is looking out for a signal, a moment where Donald Trump could make an announcement, and we'll be there live for it. We don't want to miss it because it could be huge. We're also getting prepared for the carry trade as well on the 19th in 4 days' time. very late in the evening. In the US, very early in the morning because it's Japan time. But you asked us to cover it. We're going to cover it. Everyone, tap the like button. Please be part of today's event. I've got a special newsletter for you today, so we're going to cover all the details. I've given you the newsletter link. It's also giving you the XRP Weekly as well. We have an XRP Weekly on top of everything else. So please do smash the like button. And of course, if you do smash the like button, the little fellas love it. Thank you very much, little fellas. There they are. Go on, subscribe, become part of the family. We love it. All right, so let's get straight into today's event. Are we going to see this sector explode? Well, we have a special news story on it for you, a deep dive, and hopefully, not hopefully, we will be covering it when it happens with Donald Trump later on today. Apparently, it's happening today. So, have you all tapped the like button? Are you all part of the family today? The likes are very low at the moment. Only 35 likes. There's 159 watching. Please take the time to do it. All right, we've got a poll running in the chat. 59% of you saying, yes, we think it will rocket up today. Well, let's break down the news and let's bring it all to you. So we have a special news today in our very own newsletter. We bring you this every day via an app, online, or via email. All our own work, all fact-checked, all verified. You can go and see it compared to those that create nonsense on X. Ours is always true, and we aim to be the most honest, trusted service on YouTube TV. So let's get ready for it. We will, of course, ring the bell today. Live, we'll be here all the way through. We are there, look, on Wall Street with our connection. We're there, so we'll be there live with it. Was that Taylor Swift on the thing there? No, the mayor. I thought it said Taylor Swift. Okay, let's get straight into the news. So if you want to follow along, the link is in the chat there for the newsletter. You can follow along, and there's a lot more. Of course, I'm only covering this story, not everything else that's in the newsletter. So a deep dive into Tilray Brands. Tilray Brands up 9.28%. That was obviously just a short while ago. The Schedule 3 arbitrage and capital structure reset. I also want to, as I always do, thank Sensei's wife for these really great graphics that she provides us to accompany the newsletter. I'm loving it. Look at that. Really great. All right, let's get straight into our news story. Let's get straight on to Tilray Brands, ticker symbol TLRY. Here is the latest news. Are we going to $100 today? The cannabis sector is currently undergoing a violent repricing event driven by a convergence of macro policy and corporate restructuring. Following reports from the Washington Post and CNBC regarding President Trump's imminent executive order to reclassify marijuana to Schedule 3, Tilray Brands, ticker symbol TLRY, surged 44.13% on December the 12th, 2025. This policy catalyst collides with Tilray's recent 1-for-10 reverse stock split, creating a unique liquidity setup. This is all coming directly from our newsletter. The links are below. Make sure that you subscribe to it. There's a free trial right now. More news. Sophisticated capital is not merely reacting to the headline legalization buzz. Instead, they are pricing in a specific accounting mechanism, the elimination of IRS Section 280E. This regulatory shift transforms the unit economics of cannabis operators overnight, while Tilray delivered its first profitable quarter in years during Q1 FY 2026. The thesis remains binary. The market is weighing the probability of regulatory relief against structural headwinds in the Canadian market and the secular decline of the craft beer segment. A huge day lies ahead for this whole sector and Tilray. The link is below in the description of this video and also in the chat live now on YouTube. I'll give you the link again. So, Tilray Brands, key drivers and analysis. 1. The Section 280E tax revolution. The primary driver of the current valuation uplift is the potential removal of IRS Section 280E. Under current Schedule 1 rules, cannabis companies are prohibited from deducting standard operating expenses such as rent, salaries, and marketing. They can only deduct the cost of goods sold, COGS. This results in effective tax rates hovering between 60 and 75%. This is what has made the whole space unprofitable. If this goes away, you can imagine where we're going next. Good luck, Tilray Brands and all investors who are holding this position. If the Trump administration executes the move of Schedule 3, Section 280E no longer applies. This allows Tilray to deduct full business expenses like a normal corporation, I beg your pardon. The math suggests a massive earnings inflection. Current effective state rate is 65%. Schedule 3 state effective tax rate drops to 21 to 25%. Impact based on guidance midpoint, the shift implies an additional $26.75 million in annual net income. This is why the stock is up today, and this is why the sector could explode. All right. If you've just tuned in, by the way, could everybody tap the like button, share this out. This is a big day today if you are investing in this space, and consider subscribing as well. That would be wonderful. If you want the newsletter to accompany this and many more things, there is the link in the chat. All right, we're running a poll as well. Let's carry on. A big day for Tilray investors. I think you agree. So let's get straight into it now. Tilray Brands. Number 2, liquidity vacuum, post-split dynamics. Let's take a look at this. On December the 1st, 2025, Tilray executed a 1-for-10 reverse stock split. This reduced the outstanding float from roughly 1.16 billion shares to approximately 116 million shares. The structural change is critical for 2 reasons. Institutional eligibility, the stock price moving from $1 to $12, satisfies NASDAQ's compliance and meets the minimum price thresholds for many institutional charters. This is normally regarded as a negative move. However, with the latest news from Trump, this could be a massive catalyst, with the revenue and the profit going up and institutions being able to buy, as well as everybody else perceiving the price has gone up. It's very important to understand that. Volatility amplification. With a significantly reduced share count, the supply of shares available for trading is tighter. When the Schedule 3 news broke on December the 11th, the buying pressure hit a smaller float, exacerbating the 44% upside move. And this is just the beginning. We could see this stock could go very easily to $100. Are you in? Are you invested in Tilray Brands? Tilray Brands fundamental check. Let's go into this part of the story. While the policy narrative is bullish. The fundamental picture remains mixed. Tilray reported Q1 revenue of 210 million, a net income of 1.5 million. This marks a psychological turning point as the first profitable quarter in years. And what a time to do it, just as Trump signs an executive order. However, smart money is scrutinizing the margin quality. Cannabis margins compressed to 36%, down from 40% year on year. Beverage margins fell to 38%, down from 41% year on year. And interest coverage remains weak at 0.31x. So don't just rush out today and buy this. You should already be in. We can't guarantee it. This isn't financial advice. We don't know what's going to happen, but expect huge volatility today. My biggest warning is people will take profit because many are underwater and have been for a very long time. Management attributes margin compression to a deliberate mix shift toward high-volume products like pre-rolls, yet the decline in beverage margins suggests structural weakness in the craft beer industry rather than just a strategic pivot. The company is trading on policy hope rather than operational dominance. Get ready for an explosive day. The links to our newsletter, what I'm reading from now, is all below in the description of this video. All right, next section. Talking about structural implications now. If you just tuned in, please tap the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. That'd be absolutely wonderful. All right, okay, here we go. So, Tilray Brands structural implications. Let's look at it. The Section 280E mechanism. To understand the magnitude of this trade, one must understand the mechanics of IRS Section 280E. This is the single most important variable in the valuation model. Imagine a standard business with 10 million in revenue, 4 million in product costs, COGS, C-O-G-S, and 4 million in salaries and rent, S-G&A. You need to consider those numbers before we move on to the next point. Normal business taxed on 2 million profit, 10 million, 4 million, 4 million. Cannabis business Schedule 1 taxed on 6 million profit, 10 million, 4 million. The IRS ignores the 4 million in salaries and rent. In the cannabis scenario, the company might owe 1.5 million in taxes on that 6 million taxable base. This leaves them with only 500,000 in actual cash, despite generating the same operational metrics as the normal business. Reclassification to Schedule 3 removes this handicap. For Tilray, this does not just improve the bottom line, it fundamentally alters cash flow regeneration. It transforms money currently sent to the Treasury into free cash flow that can be used to service debt or fund European expansion. This is why analysts see an invisible 113% earnings boost hidden in the regulatory code. This is why we are suggesting, because of the pent-up frustration, that Tilray could go to $100. However, I repeat, many are underwater and they'll be keen on taking profits, so it will be very volatile on the way. Tilray Brands, are you in it to win it? All right, let's move on to our next piece of analysis. If you just tuned in, please tap the like button and consider subscribing and be part of the family. Let's have a look. Have we had any subscribers today? Let's have a little look. Let's go below here and see if the subscribers is rolling around. Let's bring Mr. Subscriber up. There you go. Let's have a quick look. 107, 186, 189. Thank you very much indeed for your support to the channel. We really do appreciate it. All right, let's carry on with the next part of our story. Tilray Brands comparative analysis. Tilray versus the field. While the entire sector lifted on the Schedule 3 news, Tilray's outsized performance up 44% versus peers of up 20% signals that institutional capital is treating it as the safe haven. This is why we are focused on Tilray Brands. It's got a good balance sheet. This business could do well today. It could easily go to $100, but be very, very volatile and very careful on the way. This signals that institutional capital is treating it as a safe haven vehicle for this trade. The market is currently valuing Tilray's diversified safety net over the pure play leverage of its competitors like Canopy Growth and SNDL. The strategic divergence, the hybrid advantage, Tilray offers a unique hedge. Its cannabis upside is anchored by stable cash flow from its alcohol and distribution segments. I often talk about the strength of the balance sheet. This is what makes this more interesting as opposed to just speculating and gambling. There is a business plan and a business structure to all of this craziness. In contrast, peers operate as pure plays. They offer high leverage to cannabis reform, but are fully exposed to the sector's brutal price compression without a secondary revenue stream to lean on. This is what gives Tilray Brands our top pick for this space. Are you in Tilray Brands? Leave me your thoughts below. And of course, the link to our newsletter, which I'm reading from, is also in the comments of this and description of this video. Right, let's move on to the next part. This is our special in the newsletter today. Have we got much more? No, just this final thought here. Okay. Our final thoughts on Tilray Brands in Sensei's watch list. What do we think? The market is currently in a buy the rumor phase. The transition to sell the news or hold for value depends on three strategic signals. You have to decide in which camp you are, and here is that information to make you prepared. The executive order, December the 15th to the 17th. Is it coming today? Well, if it is, we'll be there live. Watch for information and we'll post it live. Watch for the specific language regarding the timeline. A direct order to the Attorney General to initiate the rulemaking process is the standard procedure. If the language suggests a review rather than an order, expect immediate downside volatility. This is what we're saying. There are people ready and willing to take their profits. Don't let it be you. The Lucasades don't lose. I don't lose. And I don't want any of my members to lose today. Interest coverage ratio. Tilray's current coverage is 0.031x, which is technically distressed. In the next quarterly report, January 26, look for this metric to improve. Without the tax relief or operation efficiency, the debt burden limits their ability to pivot. So be prepared, be armed, and be forewarned about what could occur today. Finally, guidance reaffirmation. Management guided for 62 to 72 million in adjusted EBITDA for year-end 2026. Given the Q1 delivery of 10.2 million, they are back-end weighting their performance. Any downward revision in the January earnings call would decouple the stock from the macro tailwinds. So what's the bottom line? Expect volatility, expect those on the board, because the board have been a little bit unhappy with Irwin Simon over the period, to take their profit. It is kind of a pump and dump scenario. However, if all goes to plan and growth continues and we get full rescheduling, this stock could rally to $100. Be careful, understand what you own, take your time, and if it gets away from you, let it go. There are many golden opportunities in the stock market at the moment. You don't have to chase a stock to make money. Remember what I've always said. It's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. All right, there's our Tilray brand special this morning. I hope you found that useful. It was a pleasure to bring it all to you. We'll now go to comments and questions, and then we'll prepare for the opening bell. So let's go to comments and questions now, and then we'll go to the opening bell. So here we go. Good morning, says Mark Saxby. I'll go to, how busy are we in the chat today? We're not too busy. I can do all comments. Zach Zeit, good morning to you. Shalom to all Lucasades. Morning, Zach. Hello, said Yestin Win. Here is Mike, blessed Hanukkah. Daddy Pascal. Yestin Win, Mike, Tilray to the moon, says JR. How did you find out how to become an accredited investor? How did I find out about it? It's just public knowledge. You can buy any private company if you are an accredited investor. You have to have a certain income, certain wealth, and I have those things. So I can become an accredited investor, and I can buy Ripple if I choose to. Yes, 100 today, said JR. It's going to be a sell the news thing again. We've seen it time and time again, says Oliver. XRP, well dive now. Indeed, it has. We'll go back now to our one of our top positions that you like to cover. XRP, yes. I'm expecting it to go as low as $1. I'm waiting with a strategic position to buy. I'm not there yet. I'm up to date. This is my portfolio, and my year to date, as you can see on my stocks position, is up now 41%. I've made $73,000 this year. Very happy with that. And I don't do options, and I don't do shorts. Hit the like button, says Daddy. It's not going to hit 100. We'll be lucky for it hit 20, says Ganja. Green Sector, SNDL, MOS, OGI, MJ, Tilray, ACB, Cron, and CGC. Thank you. Good afternoon, says Karen. Blessed are those incarnated for sowing seeds, says Twir. Liz, hello, Karen. Sell your kids, your dog, your house to buy Tilray. I wouldn't suggest that. I'm in, says Matthew. Martyn, you've always slated Tilray Brands. Have you changed since your stance on this stock? I've always slated, let's be clear about what I've always said. I used to say that Tilray Brands could go to $40. Yes, I used to cover it a lot, regularly say that. However, we were promised rescheduling many times over, and then Irwin Simon decided to diversify into a brewery business. Now, many of you say that's a good thing, as we've just covered in the newsletter. It provides diversification. It does. It certainly does. However, if I want to buy a brewery business, it would not be Tilray Brands. There are better brewery businesses out there. So I don't like the change of model. I also don't like the board. There's a lot of infighting, selling on the board. So things aren't all well. As we've just covered in the newsletter today, and we've been discussing, this could pump and dump. I've been warning of it. So can it go to $100? Yes. Am I buying it? No. I don't gamble or speculate. I would rather wait for full classification, wait for understanding where the business is going, and then buy. I don't mind buying Tilray Brands at $40 knowing it's going to $100 rather than a few dollars and hoping it goes up. I think it's more important not to lose. Consistently win and never lose. You'll make more money, as I've proven from my portfolio. So your comment to me is you've always stated, I've always said negative things, but also positive things about Tilray. Have you changed your stance on this stock? I think I've given you the full outlook of it. I hope that answers your question. Good morning, Martyn. Also, keep an eye on Aurora as well. Thank you, Chris. Get me some this morning. Europe, let's hope. Buy more, says JR. In the newsletter, is the newsletter AI generated? No. We do our own newsletter. Sensei has a team. He also works with his wife on the animation. Yes, of course, we use some AI. Yes, of course, we use ChatGPT for research. But we compile the whole thing together. We fact check everything. We put our own thoughts to it. We design the whole thing. And Sensei spends about 4 hours every single day putting this together. It's his full-time job. So we don't just click a button and AI makes us a newsletter. No, that wouldn't work, and that wouldn't be successful and effective as our newsletter is. The service the platform that Sensei uses is the same as what Michael Burry is using, and Sensei is being invited to these events to celebrate Sensei's good work. So no, this is proper journalism, proper editing, using technology, but it is not just copy and paste AI. No, it isn't. What about the other stocks like Canopy Growth and Aurora? Yes, the whole sector. We're just focusing on Tilray at the moment. Buy Tilray, get high every day, says Potato. Which has the lower market cap? I would expect that to gain the most. Our own trauma. No, that's not how we look at it. We're looking at Tilray because it arguably has the better balance sheet. It's not necessarily the best business, but we like the balance sheet. Okay, or it's better than it's better than others. So that's why we're focusing on that. That not true, dude. People are not selling. That not true. I'm not sure that. Do you mean, is that not? I'm not sure what you mean there. That not true. People are not selling. Yes, they are. You can say it like any way you want because you think it's important to put out a certain narrative. But our investors here, I can see you're not a member, our Lucasades want the facts. They want to win. They don't want to pump and dump. They don't want to guess. They don't want people to manipulate. So we tell you the truth. People are taking profits. People will take profits, and they've done it this very morning. They're doing it right now. So you saying no one is selling, that's not true, is simply not true. That doesn't help real investors. This is not a speculating gambling show. This is why that is my result. We don't mess about. So we're not here to make up stuff. All right? Doesn't help anybody. Playing games pre-market, wait and see when the market opens. Many want in and will get a big pop to 15 to 18 to start with. More and more people will buy in, and Trump can sign the deal. Of course, we haven't got full clarification. The deal will be signed, so don't jump ahead.
I can't believe this.
I can believe it. 1970 Buckley, one of our members, with our own hard-earned money, has gifted you memberships. Please thank 1970. It's part of our big Christmas build-up. Our members, our best members, are donating with their own money.
This.
I can believe it. Are giving guests the opportunity to experience the members-only content. So when you get a membership, thank that person that gave it to you. They bought you it. It's not free. 1970 Buckley is a member, and she's paid for her membership, and she's given you a membership.
This.
Kitty Misfit. I can believe it. And now you've won one. This is without doubt the best time to go to the membership page, renew it so it doesn't expire, and upgrade to Electrum. And that way you can get Electrum for a couple of bucks because someone has already bought you the bronze level, and you can have the weekly game show. You can win prizes. If you go gold, you have a direct video call with me every month for 1 hour. There are many, many perks. You could also sponsor the show. So someone has bought you, 1970 Buckley has bought you an introduction. Take advantage of it and upgrade this and renew it. All right? So please at least thank 1970 Buckley, one of our lady investors. Anyway, Tilray, very cheap now, and a multi-bagger. I wouldn't say it's very cheap now, but not true. JR is saying it's not true. He's saying that nobody is selling when we can all see everybody selling. There are channels out there designed for people who want to pump and dump, who want to spread false information. It's of no use to anybody. Those channels are only self-serving. They don't help anybody. And making up stories and saying that nobody's selling when clearly they are taking profits is absolutely nonsense. Doesn't help anyone. So if you're going to carry on with that nonsense, I suggest you find another channel, because we are investors here, not speculators and gamblers. Nobody wants to hear made up stories. It doesn't even help you. That's a crazy thing. If you're self-serving, selfish, make up nonsense, you lose. As if you're always focused on the numbers, the balance sheets, the truth, you always win. So, good luck with that nonsense. When is Sensei this morning? There was no Sensei show this morning. He had a power cut. If any business, here is Sensei in the show right now. Sensei is in the chat right now. As any business, AI is used to optimize certain workflow, but it's still about 5 hours of human work every day. I said 4, now Sensei's 5, you see? Certainly wouldn't label it AI generated. Absolutely not. Absolutely. If it was AI generated, I would do it myself and I'd fire Sensei. How about that? If it was that easy, do you not think I would just do it myself, press AI? I mean, I've got a studio, an amazing studio. I could press AI, press a button, have it churn out, and I'd fire Sensei. Save all the money, do it myself. Do you think I would do that? Well, of course I would. If it was that easy. It's not that easy. It requires a lot of work, and I haven't the time to do it. Remind this guy was calling Tilray a scam a month or 2 ago. You don't need to remind anybody. I will say it as it is. Absolutely. And now everybody's selling, you see? We got people in the chat saying they're not, and they are. We bring you the news. We tell you how it is. Gamblers, speculators, always non-members, don't like it. We're here to help people. We want you to win. We want to encourage and support. We want you to have a portfolio that looks like mine, based on real knowledge and not just making it all up. Doesn't help you, does it? Good afternoon, Henrik. Good morning. He called Tilray a DC. I don't know what a DC is. A scam. I don't think I ever used the word scam, but I've been unhappy with the performance, and I've covered all the earnings calls, and I've got a great understanding of Tilray Brands, and a great understanding of what went on with the board, and a great understanding of the divergence going into a brewery business. So I've not been happy. This is all based upon a bit more than a rumor. But nevertheless, Trump signing a declaration today. Need I remind you, I gave a time and an exact price to the penny, having received a White House press room contact text about the price of Tilray Brands about a year ago. My members who watch the show will remember that day. I told you at exactly, I think, whatever time it was, at a precise time, exactly what the price would be to the penny. And you may remember, it was. So, here we bring you information. Hi, Mike. Lovely. Hi, Mike. Yolanda, good morning to you. Hi, Mike. Wonderful to have you here. Liz, good morning. Yes, said it was barcoding. It was barcoding. Absolutely. It was barcode. And do you know what barcode trading is? It was barcode trading. That's algorithms in and out, taking their profit out. And what happened? The stock went down. Did it not? It did. So I was right. Sorry you don't agree, but it is what it is. And do not touch it with a 10-foot pole. I don't know if I said that, the exact words. I've no idea. Probably did. Don't know. Haven't got a clue. And I was right. It kept going down. And I'm right today. It's selling off again. That was after a year ago saying it would go to 40. Yes, the stock could go to $40, but conditions changed. I saw this morning on X somebody create, and I post them all, and also someone commented to my channel on YouTube and said, horrible things like this guy's an idiot and he doesn't know what he's talking about and all the rest of it. He's in and out of XRP like a blue-ass fly. Never used those words, but it's suggesting I'm in and out. Why would you follow me? Well, because there we go. No one's selling apparently. It's because that's my portfolio. I enter an asset when I know it's going up. I get out of an asset when I know it's going down. I've spent 4 years building friendships with Ripple, Robinhood, Bank of America, lots of CEOs. You've seen them on the show. And what's the point of making friends everywhere if I just follow some clown on X because it's popular? There's not much point doing that. It serves no purpose. I don't want to lose money. I don't want my Lucasades to lose money, and we don't. So there you go. I'm back. Kevin says hi to everyone. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Liz, Yolanda. CGC looks like the winner today. Hello, Piano Man. Hi, Joe. How are you? Hello, Kevin. Morning, Martin. Good morning to you. Hi, all. Rallo. Eagle Genius here. Good morning to everyone. Let's have a great week. Good morning to everyone. Let's see how the week goes. Hi, I'm putting 2,000 in Tilray. Good luck to you. Hi, Martin. Are you planning on cashing out prior to $100? Urban Firewood. Let me be clear. At no point have I ever told you or anyone that I've bought the stock. I haven't. This is my real money. This is my real portfolio. I'm up on all my assets. The S&P 500, my SGov Treasury bills, where the Fed are sitting right now because expecting a carry trade as early as this Friday, and Coca-Cola, I'm up. I'm not speculating or gambling. I'm not in anything else other than VU, SGov, and Coca-Cola. All right? I'm reporting on the news and telling you what's going on. I'm not making it up. Now, where's the person who a few moments ago said no one's selling? Tried to tell me no one's selling. Okay. Hello, Martin and family. What's it going to be today? No, do not cash out. This could do $1,000. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Jesse, there's no evidence, no maths that can take it to $1,000. Please don't suggest such nonsense. It doesn't help anyone and just makes you look silly. We're trying to help people here, real investors, not speculate and gamble. Hi, everyone, says Rhino. Athename. Veterans need this. If certain people can get drunk and drink at bars at no live cast, people should be able to smoke and relax. That's your opinion? Thank you very much indeed. I will tell you, it's not for me. Many of my viewers like to do it. I don't like to smoke. I just don't like it. It's not for me. Hi, Mike. Good morning from DFW, 1970, just down the road from me. This guy is wrong all the time. Yep, I'm wrong all the time, except I've done 108 trades and 103 wins live on the show. I share all my trades online. I share my real money online. I share my real portfolio online. And there it is. Year to date, with no options or short, 41% up. I've made $71,000. You're absolutely right. This guy is wrong all the time. I love this. Why do they even bother? I'm with you. We need it. I answer everyone's questions, and sadly, a lot of people are very misguided. So what I'm going to do now, because I've given enough time to those who simply can't count or are blind or whatever it is how they choose to live. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go members only because we're coming up to the bell. Members want to make money. Members want to win. And it might be more helpful talking to people that actually understand basically what they're seeing live on the screen. So we are in members only mode now for real investors. If you'd like to come back to me, then please do. We're trying to make money here and suggest the best way to win. I'm not just here to entertain. I'm here to educate and teach and have fun, bring a community together. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I'm not asking you to send me your money and put it in custodian. I'm not, I'm bringing you directly from the sources. We're growing. We're doing the right thing. There's my portfolio. It is what it is. I can't make this stuff up. Right. So, we are now in members only mode, and now we can talk to actual investors that's have eyes, basically. Good morning, family. Susan Swatford. Congratulations, Susan. You're winning stuff on the Electrum show. You ranking number 1 to win the $2,000. Incredible. Oops, a daisy. Ho, 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 says Rhino. Charlotte May Weddings. If you need a man or a woman, I love it. Charlotte May Weddings. Yes, indeed. What a good time to bring Charlotte May Weddings on the show. Here is one of our sponsors. We don't take corporate sponsorships. This is one of our viewers. And what we do is we share them on the show. There they are. Charlotte May Weddings. Click on their website. Also subscribe to them. And by doing so, you win tickets to win $2,000. For free. No purchase necessary, no downloads. You can win $2,000. We're giving it away. Do you know how many emails every day I get from people that talk nonsense in my show, ask for money, and I say, why don't you enter our giveaway? And the answer is nothing. They never respond. It's too difficult to click subscribe to the channel and claim free tickets. But yet, they'll write me a 5-page email begging for money. Isn't it crazy? That's the world we live in. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer. It's true, that is. Because most people are essentially lazy. Right. Good morning, Lucasade. Right. We have another amazing Christmas gift. Karen, 68, one of our members. A lot of ladies do this. Very generous. We have 18% of our viewers are ladies.
I can't believe this.
Amazing. I can believe it. Karen, 68, has purchased 5 memberships for you guys. This is your best opportunity now to upgrade. There's the link to membership. Renew it, make sure it renews, and upgrade it because it will expire and you'll miss all of the perks and benefits. You've got an introductory membership given to you.
I can't believe this.
By one of our members. These aren't free. These are paid for by your fellow members. So basically what you're saying is you will not be buying. No, not at all. You're not paying any attention to me. And he's right. Hang on. So basically what you're saying is you will not be buying.
I can't believe
and he's right
this.
Way more than you're wrong. Get your facts right. And he's right way more than you. I don't know who you're talking to, me, the troll. I've no idea. I will tell you for a fact, I don't speculate. I don't gamble. That's why my portfolio looks like that. What I will do is I am looking for a position in XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. I'm also looking to buy Ripple as a private investor. And I'm also looking to buy Tilray Brands when I know its classification is set and it has a path to double from there. And its balance sheet is correct. And its profits are correct. That's what investing does. So I'm not going to guess or speculate, all right? So if it goes up to $40 today, say, and I know and I can model it to 100, that would be a good investment. I know those that don't understand would probably laugh and go, you're an idiot. You just bought it for $40. Yes, I did, because I know it's going to 100. Rather than today speculating and gambling, like we've just provided you in the newsletter, the reasons it could sell off. There are many. And because there are many, you don't want to gamble and speculate. Now, if you like to gamble and speculate and you like high risk, then great. You could make a lot more money than me. However, while you've been losing money over the last few years on Tilray, I've been doing that and compounding, so now I can buy more Tilray than I could at the beginning. So real investors, look at the whole picture and make an informed decision, not guess. And that's what this channel tries to provide. That's why we don't take corporate sponsorship and why we don't sell you anything. Are you buying this for a scalp, Martyn? Not at the moment, I'm not. I certainly do scalp trades, you know I do, but not on this at the moment. It's too risky, as I've provided the information in the newsletter. I can't see a thing, said Woods. One of our members, I love him. It's Martyn Lucas. It's Martyn because he's never has had an L. Rob Brennan. It's Martyn. Oh, Rob Brennan. It's Martyn Lucas because he's never had an L. Well, I've lost a couple of times, but the times I have lost was on purpose to show you can't influence a stock. Yeah, 108 trades, 103 wins. So technically I have lost a couple of times. Good morning, James Buddy. Morning, all Martyn. Good morning. Hi, Crag. Karen gifted all these memberships. Thank you so much indeed. Let me go through there. Charlotte May Weddings is here in the show today. Absolutely wonderful. There you go. And we just talked about Charlotte May Weddings. This is the member. Remember I said to you, we don't take corporate sponsorship. This is the member. All right. I get offered every single day now, 30, 40, even $50,000 for corporate sponsorship deals for big companies. A lot of them crypto, to be honest, big companies. I don't take any. Our members can get sponsorship for $99. And if you use it wisely, you can really benefit from it. Depends how you use it. Charlotte May Weddings is one of our sponsors. They pay in fact, they sponsored the giveaway. They're not actually one of our sponsor members right now. They sponsored the giveaway for our big giveaway. They donated money towards the giveaway. So that's why we're showing their we're showing their YouTube channel and their website. But if you have a YouTube channel and you sponsor the channel, I strongly recommend what makes it take off. And I'm talking to Charlotte May Weddings right now, actually. Your YouTube subscribers are growing slowly. I think they've done about 100, but they would, there's another one, 3, 4, 6. But they would really take off if you provided some content. Because if people subscribe to you and you put content out, anything really, then YouTube will suggest it to people. It will find an audience and then you'll take off. That's what you need to do. Yesterday we had a sponsor join us, in fact, I need to bring that up now. You just reminded myself. If I type this, we had a new sponsor yesterday, Christopher. Okay. And there you go. This is Christopher, who's also one of our sponsor members now. He's putting out some content and you'll see his YouTube channel grow. If you wouldn't mind tapping on that, that would be absolutely fantastic. All right. Okay. So we're waiting for the market to open. This is my portfolio. I'm up again. We're making money again. We repositioned. We bought VU. We came back in. We did lot selling. We bought Coca-Cola at the bottom. And you can time the bottom. We do it all the time. Don't say you can't, because you can. I'm always doing it using lots. You don't know where the bottom is, so you fire like a shotgun all the way down and increasing your shot ratio to the bottom. And then you use lots to swap the higher ones for the bottom ones. That is how you buy the bottom. I did it with Coca-Cola. I trimmed on the way up. I then brought the average down to the bottom ones. And as you can see, I've now already made a big chunk of change. I've sold, I had about 170,000 I think Thursday. I trimmed when it went up, brought it back into balance. It's now 53.96% of my portfolio. It's still very heavy. It should be about 20%, but because I'm expecting a carry trade unwind on as early as Friday, I want to make certain. Oh my God. Look at what has just happened in the chat today. Would everybody, oh my gosh, Charlotte May Weddings has donated bought with their own hard-earned money 50 memberships. Oh my God, that is the biggest membership gift for Christmas we have ever had. That deserves a massive celebration. Absolutely amazing. Member after member, Charlotte May Weddings have just purchased Christmas special today. We're building up to Christmas and we have got 50 memberships. Now, Tilray is starting to be bought up now. We've got 3 minutes to go before the bell goes. We're getting ready for an explosive morning with Tilray Brands. Look at all this. Tilray Brands. It's a Christmas special. We can't believe it. Everybody, please, if you've won a membership, thank Charlotte May Weddings. Let's put them on the screen. Here we go. True love sent to me, Charlotte May Weddings. Here we go. Charlotte May Weddings have just donated 50 memberships. If you are a subscriber and you've liked the channel, like the stream, you can win one. There may be a few left in the chat. Make sure that you have tapped the like and subscribe to win and now upgrade to Electrum to take advantage. You've been given a bronze membership, so it only costs a couple of bucks now to get the membership up to Electrum. Here is Charlotte May Weddings. They've just sponsored everybody winning here. All we ask you to do is click on the website. You don't have to buy anything, download anything. Just make their website trend around the world. There it is. Everybody click on that. They're one of our members, one of our viewers. 50 memberships this morning. How about this? Go and subscribe to their YouTube channel. Let's get it to 1,000 subscribers. It's at 346. Everyone now, go and subscribe if you've just won a membership. There it is, 3 times in the chat. They are now at 346. Let's get them to 350. Come on, let's go, 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 go. Everyone should subscribe. 346, 347. Let's take it to 350. Absolutely fantastic. Charlotte May Weddings, live on the show. 50 memberships this morning. A Christmas special today. Absolutely awesome. Look at that. Everybody can become a member today. This is amazing. All right, now then, we are just 1 minute to go before the bell goes. Tilray is now, it dumped. It pumped, it dumped, it's pumping once again. Be careful. I
this.
can believe it. The overall market is going up. That's my position. We're also, of course, focusing on crypto, which could drop, XRP could drop to $1. We've given you the reasons for doing that. Okay, so here we go. Let's get ready on Tilray Brands on the bell. 30 seconds to go. We're going to ring the bell together.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe it, but I can believe it, and I do believe it. Charlotte May Weddings, everybody, would you please, please, please thank Charlotte May Weddings. Absolutely amazing. 347 now. We're now up to 352. So Charlotte May Weddings, put a video on your channel now, and it will start to go up. You've got viewers, you now want to get it to trend. Right, people taking profits again from Tilray Brands. Here we go.
Jim told the
Let's get ready to go.
He does think he should be consulted and that he thinks rates should be in the 1% range as opposed to 3%.
I saw that. Well, that's everybody has to
Ring
pay
the bell
the
in
rates.
3,
That would
2,
really
1.
ignite, post-industrial
believe
more than it
this.
has, and will obviously ignite inflation.
The year is 1991. Birds
And there goes Tilray Brands right on the bell. As predicted, people dumping to buy back. Be careful. Do not listen to the trolls in the chat. They've no idea what they're talking about. No one's selling apparently. Well, they are, and it's going to explode straight away on the bell. It's not. I warned you, please do not listen to trolls in the chat. They've no idea what they are talking about. Tilray Brands now is selling off quickly. It will bounce back, but be careful. And like I said, everybody wants to take their profit out. Do not use leverage. Do not buy too much. Understand how it works. Here we go. My portfolio is up again today. Look at that. Another all-time high. This is my portfolio. A round of applause. It's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. People don't understand. There it is. You're watching it live on the show. That's how not to do it. And that's how to do it. Please be careful. Please be careful as we bring you the information right now. And it's Coca-Cola because the yen carry trade is on. It's happening. That's why Coke is up 0.6%. It's not the S&P. I repeat, it's not the S&P. That is selling off. The yen carry trade is already unwinding. It's happening live on the show, exactly as we predicted. There it goes. Coca-Cola is rallying. Up, up, up. We are now up $3,500. Be careful. Do not listen to idiots. Okay, and down goes Tilray Brands. It's happening live on the show. The yen carry trade is unwinding as we speak. Virgin Galactic going down. Palantir going up 1.91. Gold is going down. Amazon selling off now. Apple taking profit. Enphase Energy going down. Coca-Cola soaring, soaring, soaring. This is a defensive stock. A defensive stock, and it's up nearly 1%. That is huge for Coca-Cola. At the same time as we have Tilray Brands now down nearly 5%. Be careful. Please be careful. Coca-Cola going to $80. Coca-Cola going to $80, 100%. That is investing. That is reading balance sheets. That is talking to the company directly. Tilray Brands now down 5%. J&J, defensive position up. The carry trade is unwinding as we speak. Chevron Oil down. Tesla up. McDonald's, defensive, up. Google, selling off. Warren Buffett, taking profit. Microsoft, selling off. Meta, selling off. Nvidia, up. It's valued at $200. It's now going down. Walmart, defensive, up. Tilray Brands, now down nearly 5%. Selling off. Robinhood, selling off. Rocket Lab, too expensive. Plug power, manipulation, do not buy it. Bitcoin, selling off, could go to 50,000. XRP, selling off, could go to $1. Ethereum, selling off. There we go. There's the breakdown of the day. What about that? What about it? What about it? The yen carry trade is unwinding as we speak. It is happening. That is why Coca-Cola has rallied. How did I know this? How did I manage to buy it at the bottom? I can believe it. 50 memberships given away today. Incredible for a Christmas special. I read the balance sheets. I speak to the bank that hold the debt. I understand who's buying and who's selling. And I brought it to you live on the show. We do not speculate and we do not gamble here on the show. This should now be another new all-time high.
This.
288, 200, oh my God, 289, 736. We've been making about $1,000 a day now, every day for about a week. This is incredible. There we go. There it is, folks. So what is happening? Are you prepared? Well, let me tell you, Coca-Cola is going to $80. The reason why it's sold off and the reason why it's going up is for this reason. Tilray Brands, we'll talk about that as well at the same time. The market, whether you like it or not, whether you agree with it or not, doesn't matter whether you agree with it or not. The facts are the facts, and I'm bringing them to you.
This.
The market is on the edge and bracing for a massive crash, potentially maximum. Worst case scenario would be $40. I know that because I talk to the people that move the market. I know that because I read the news, and I read the news that we compile with our own research, not just made up stuff on X. The yen carry trade is a real thing, and it's already happening. It's already happening. On Friday, 11 p.m. in the evening, 5 a.m. in the UK, we're going to be covering late at night, early in the morning, wherever you are, the yen carry trade Japan announcement. It will affect the market, and it will affect the market up to that point during the week. Expect huge volatility. Coca-Cola, the reason why I bought Coca-Cola, because it has one of the best balance sheets in the world. It was oversold. It's still expensive. At the time, it was 21 times earnings, not 29, like the S&P.
I can't believe this.
And people sold it for two reasons. Retail sold it. Retail buy this because they think, oh, Coca-Cola is the top thing to buy and all the rest of it. Institutions buy it. They weren't selling. Retail sold it because they didn't like the Costa Coffee deal. Oh, I've heard that Costa Coffee is part of Coca-Cola and they're losing money. So they're selling for a loss. This is rubbish. I'm selling Coca-Cola. They also didn't like the CEO change. They didn't like the CEO change. So they decided to dump it. And I went, that's a huge mistake. But thank you very much. I'll take it. And I like to use a quote from The Big Short. This is Wall Street. If you offer us money, we will take it. And that's what I did. If you want to give us free money, we will take it. And they sold. The Costa Coffee deal was a good deal. It was a loss, but it was the right thing to do. It was insignificant to their balance sheet. They were getting rid of something they didn't want. It was a mistake. Quincy made a mistake, but they got rid of it. It wasn't enough to move the stock. However, it did because everyone in retail sold it and dumped it. So I bought it, number one. Number two, they didn't like the CEO change. They didn't like the CEO to be changed at a time coming up to Christmas. Holidays are coming and the World Cup. They didn't like that the CEO was stepping down and being replaced by the COO. It was the right thing to do. The chief operations officer has been there for like 20, 30 years. He's not new. But retail didn't look at that detail. They sold it. The chief operating officer is what you want going into a World Cup. Absolutely. So that was a good move, but it sold off. Add to all of that the yen carry trade. People take their money from tech to buy Coca-Cola.
I can't believe
So
this.
it was a very, very simple trade for me. I bought it and it was so obvious, I decided I'm going to buy it. So I did. Now then, how do you buy the bottom? How do you make sure you buy the bottom? People say it's about time in the market, not timing. I say that. That's when I want to simplify it. With loads of members today, Charlotte May Wedding just bought everyone memberships today. It's Christmas. If you are a subscriber and you're engaging, you can win a membership today. Incredible stuff, right? So this is what happened. And we are going to get, I lost my train of thought there for a moment, just so overwhelmed with all the memberships. So this presented an opportunity for a really good buy. So how do you buy the bottom? Now, I do say time in the market is better than timing. For most people, it is. Just the same way as I say it's better to buy every month rather than not at all. Warren Buffett will say it. Is it the best way? Is it the way of professionals? Is it the way of Warren Buffett? Is it the way of myself? No. We buy with conviction and we buy the bottom. We always buy the bottom. How do we buy the bottom? We buy with conviction on the way down, and then we sell on the way up using lots to sell the ones at the top price and keep the ones at the bottom price. Always being prepared to pivot and move and trim and rebalance the portfolio for tax reasons and so on and so forth. So I bought Coca-Cola. I made money a few months ago. Made about $5,000 or something like that. Got out of Coca-Cola, re-entered, got back in, and I started to buy big. Now, a few days ago, look at this, folks, on our road to $80, 100% going to $80, 100% going to $80. So it's been waiting to go there for over a year. So I started to buy, and I doubled and doubled and doubled all the way down. I had about 180, 190,000 a few days ago, knowing that was overweight. No matter how good it is, no matter how oversold it is, despite it being expensive, if you want to always win, you can't speculate and gamble like you see Tilray today is sold off. Exactly like I said. Where are those people that were in the chat earlier saying it was going to explode on the open?
I can't believe this.
Told you it'd sell off first, and it did. So on the way down, I bought more and more and more, and then I started to sell on the way up. And I sold the top ones to keep the bottom ones. That way I don't pay any tax on gains. I also don't lose any money on losses. That way I was able to time the bottom. And if you look at my portfolio here, if we go into stocks and shares, year to date on stocks, I am now up 42%. No shorts, no options, no crypto. 99% of all of that win was the S&P 500. Don't tell me you cannot win and make a fortune with the S&P alone. How did I do it? $500,000 down here at the bottom of the V shape. I used margin. I was extremely confident the market was overreacting because the market always overreacts and always overbuys. Always, since the beginning of time, people are stupid, people are greedy, people are selfish, and people are lazy. This is the truth. This is how it is. So I bought all the way down and then trimmed because I paid the margin off. So here we are again. We're doing exactly the same thing with Coca-Cola. Now then, what do we do next? Well, what we do now is the S&P is selling. As you can see, is selling because we are getting a yen carry trade. It's happening right now. Those that don't know what they're talking about, who charge you money to hold custodians and all this nonsense and training programs, our training programs are free in our newsletter. It's my gift to the newsletter. I don't take sponsorship other than my viewers. I don't take corporate sponsorship and so on and so forth. No, the yen carry trade is unwinding. So people are taking money out of tech and they're buying good quality, oversold defensive. And there it is. You're watching it right now.
9,357 has become a member.
I will give you all your benefits in a minute and explain to all of those that were gifted a membership what you have got and what you haven't. So please stand by. So you can see I've now made another $3,700 on top of the $5,000 last few days ago, and then the $5,000 a few months ago. I've made like a lot of money this year on Coca-Cola. A lot of new members coming in. These are actual members now. I'll explain the difference in a moment. So this is a wonderful day for study and balance sheets and knowledge and relationships. My job, Sensei's job, is to bring you the newsletter. My job is to entertain, but my job is mainly to make friends with people. And I'm on the phones, I talk to people, and I learn directly from those that move the market, those that have the most impact in the market. I hope to have, and I will have, Brad Garlinghouse on the show. It may take me a while and become an accredited investor to own Ripple, but I will have him on the show, and I'll also have Elon Musk on the show as well. I will have that. You will see that happen live on the show. All right. What I'm going to do now is, this is a Tilray Brands special. We're waiting for Donald Trump. Just like I said, it's potentially $100 now, but be careful because people will pump and dump it for all the reasons, not just the made up reasons, all the reasons I gave you in precise detail in the first part of today's analysis. I gave you all the facts, all the numbers and everything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get off. There's no closing bell from me today because this is our final week with Leah. This is her final week. As you know, Leah went through cancer and this is her final week now of treatment. So I am going to be out of the studio a lot this week, but it's all over come Friday. Very intense week this week. So I'm not going to be with the closing bell. Hopefully Sensei or Vaz will do it. I won't. I'll pop in as much as I can and I'll put stuff on X and my social media and all the rest of it. But please do watch out for all my bulletins. But what I'm going to do now though, I don't want anyone left behind. I want every single person to have a say. Everyone can be part of today's show. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to end the poll. Will Tilray pop rocket up today? Well, it did rally. It sold off on the bell. And it's really funny because all those, I'm going to say it as it is. I'm not interested. All the idiots who don't know what they're talking about now look silly because now they use their margin and they're wiped out and probably can't pay the internet bill and hence they've gone offline and no one's coming in saying, okay, you were right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have caught and I shouldn't have made up stories, but there you go. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I just want you to win, right? What we're going to do is we're going to answer every question and we're also going to open up the phone line. So I'm going to end the poll. We'll come back when Donald Trump signs the executive order. That's when it will move again. All right? So what we're going to do now is open up the phone line. If you'd like to ask me a question, remember anyone can call in. Everyone is a member today. Charlotte May Weddings gave everybody a membership. So everyone's a member. So you've got to be a member to call in. We don't want bots and trolls and scammers and idiots calling in. Right? Now, of course, we might have some trolls and bots, and well, not bots, but trolls want a membership. That might be the case. But anyway, let me give you the video phone in. Video phone in. So if you want a question, you want to ask me anything whatsoever, and you want to be on the show, there are 10 spots available. First come, first serve. There is the link to call in. You don't require any software. You have to be a member to call in. If you're not a member, don't. This is to help people. This is not a rant and rave and shout and scream and swear. This is for people that want to win and consistently win. And if you just want to shout and scream, then there's channels for that. This is not what we do. So let me come back to, we've been covering Coca-Cola all morning. There's my portfolio, as you can see. And there's the year to date. We're now up $61,000. Bloody hell. It's getting pretty crazy, isn't it? It's getting a bit mental, really. Sorry, $72,000. I beg your pardon. Right, the video phone line is open. First come, first serve. There are 10 spots. You can be on the show and we can have a debate. All right? If nobody calls in, I'll end the show and I'll get back to taking care of Leah today. I'm going to go to members only so we can answer every question for the moment. And then I'll go to general subscribers as well. So we make sure that everyone gets there. Everyone has a voice. So we're starting off with members only. All right, so here we go. Coca-Cola on the move. Yes, it is. Good morning, Cedar Trees. Good morning to you. And now Tilray Brands is down 8%, 9%. I hope you didn't buy the rally. I was warning all the way through the opening part of the show. This was what was going to happen. Tell me you didn't buy the pump and lose. Anyway, Martyn, how do you have such high conviction on Coca-Cola? I thought S&P would crash 30 to 40%. So won't that drag Coca-Cola down with it? Yes, 100%. 100%. When the yen carry trade unwinds, and it is already doing it, everything will go down. Now, those that are trying to sell you things will tell you XRP, for example, will save the day. They will say it's the one thing that won't go down. Rubbish. It will go down even more, as it already is. I can see XRP going to $1. I'm preparing a massive buy-in. I'm trying to buy Ripple as an accredited investor. I'm looking to buy XRP, and I'm not going to give you my price. I can see it going to $1, but I'm not focused on price. Because if it's going to $10, which is where I think it can go, not the 100 and the 1,000 and the million that people talk about, just stupid, right? 10, I can buy it at any price now. The price is not important, the value. Price is what you pay and value is what you get. When macro conditions dictate, when Bank of America, Robinhood, and my friends at Ripple say they're buying, I will buy. And I will buy with conviction and I will share it with you. I'm not buying now. I'm not speculating. I'm not gambling and I'm not guessing. Bitcoin can go down to 50,000. The yen carry trade is unwinding as we speak. So the S&P worst case scenario will go to 40% down. Worst case scenario. Might do 5 or 10. But it will go down. It is going down.
I can't believe this.
Bitcoin,
at diesel_radar
crypto,
become a member.
can go down 80%, 100%. And no crypto is spared from that. So, do you get tired of winning? Yes, I do. Because I would much rather everything collapse. But as long as the business is healthy? That's a really great question. It sounds silly even asking it, right? But yes, I do, and I'll explain why. Because I know what I own. I talk to the people that move it. I read the balance sheets. I know what is a good business. I want to own a good business. There goes the S&P. So I want the business to remain healthy, but I want the stock market out of fear and out of bad practice. Remember, that's what the yen carry trade is, bad practice. Those that bought the used free money from Japan to buy American assets will be liquidated. There's no way out of it for them. Bad practice, over leverage, over borrowing, and all the rest of it. That always ends up badly. But the businesses haven't failed, have they? So I want to buy everything at 80% discount. Of course I do. Doesn't everybody? The thing is, most people will be liquidated. They won't be able to. They'll be wiped out and they'll be afraid to do it anyway. Remember, when it's time to buy, most people won't buy. Most people didn't buy when I was buying the S&P on the V shape there. Most people were wiped out. They were already out. Most people have said to me, why aren't you in XRP? You said it would crash. Why aren't you in it? You just answered the question. Because it was going to crash. I knew that. I had it direct from the sources. I shared it with you. It's gone down. So why do I want to sit in it? Well, aren't you part of the XRP army? What, you want me to lose? You want my investors, the Lucasades, to lose? Well, if you're a real investor, you wouldn't sell it. I haven't even got words for the level of stupidity that is. I want XRP, but I'll have it when everyone is out and lost all their money. It's not smart to buy it at the top and lose your money. What's smart about that? Anyway, XRP crashing. Yes, it is. Silver is slowly supply now in the US. We covered the whole thing on that. Will the yen carry trade affect gold or silver in your opinion? All assets will go down. Just because it's defensive. People say that Bitcoin is a digital Bitcoin is a digital gold, and it will protect and hedge against inflation and all this stuff, and money will flow there. It will all go down. Everything will go down. So I'll be trimming, and I mean, look. Why do you think I'm in SGov? Like the Fed. By the way, I've been in SGov nearly all year. What did the Fed announce on the FOMC report? We are moving into short-term treasury bills. What are short-term treasury bills? SGov. I've been in it nearly all year. I'm making money. I'm sitting there guaranteed making 3.85%. Oh, that's not very much, say the crypto bros. Yeah, but I'm always making money. I'm not losing money. I'm also dipping my toe in the S&P using lots to lower my average. I've only got 44,000 in the S&P. So market share for me. I'm waiting to buy $1 million of the S&P. But it is not this day. I've gone defensive to make money. That will drop as well. But as it approaches my target of $80, guess what? I'll be trimming. I'm now up $4,000. I made $5,000 on Friday, and I made another $5,000 a few weeks ago. That's 15 grand. But I'm not losing. So what I can do is I can sell. I could sell this now, actually. I mean, because the target is 80. That doesn't mean I need to wait until 80. I don't want to lose. I'm not going to lose. And if you keep winning, it doesn't matter how big or small the win is, you will always win enough. I'm going to ask you this question. What affects you the most? Losing all your money or getting a Ferrari? For me, if I lost $10,000 today, I would feel shit. I would hate it. If I made $10,000 today, I couldn't care less because it will make no difference. I've got 289. Remember, 290. I started with $5,000. Just $5,000. No options, no shorts, no crypto, and nearly all of it made on the S&P. From $5,000. No training programs. They're free because we make money. So we give it to you for free. So the yen carry trade is going to unwind. It is unwinding. I am on the edge of selling some Coca-Cola now because it's just silly, right? I mean, I could take that $4,000 now and I could move it all into SGov. What that will do, that will enable me to be able to buy all the XRP and all the Bitcoin and all the S&P I could possibly wish for, plus margin. I've said to you live on the show, I will do a $1 million trade live on the show. And when I told Leah that, she nearly had a flipping heart attack. She went, what are you talking about? $1 million trade. And I said, yeah, it's the same principle though as $10. I've built the relationships. I know what's happening. It's the same. I've got no emotion to it. I'm just focused on the balance sheet. So it makes no difference whether I buy $1 million or $10. It's the same principle. So I'll do it. And I said it'd be very entertaining. People will find it very entertaining, right? So anyway, there you go. We've got a guest who wants to call in. Choro. Okay, here we go. Let's bring Choro live onto the show. Okay, here we go. Guest number 1, Choro. Good morning to you, sir. How are you?
Martyn, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well. Nice to see you. Where are you calling in from?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Lovely to have you. What's your comment or question you have this morning?
Well, a couple of them was, so you are going to trim Coca-Cola at around 80. Is that what you said?
I think I'm going to trim it before there. I've already trimmed it a couple of days ago.
There.
So, yeah, there'll be profit
Did you see
taking.
it going to 80?
Absolutely can see it going to 80, yep. That doesn't mean I've got to wait.
Within the next, right.
Oh, within
like 80 as in like a few days or?
Oh no. No, not at all. Remember, it will go down with the rest of the market. If the S&P goes down 40%, Coca-Cola will go down about 30%.
Gotcha.
It's not oblivious to
it. And silver, I know it's been taking some huge dumps. Do you see it skyrocketing back up once the whole dump part through with that?
Oh, absolutely. When all this is settled down, it'll be a buying frenzy. Value. People will get crippled. A lot of people will get margin called and wiped out and liquidated. So more stable money will come back into the market. There's been a lot of retail speculation this year, particularly in the crypto space. I mean, all this liquidation is retail. All this here is retail. All this crypto here, this is all retail. Look at this, 87. I've said it could go as low as $50,000. It's not smart money. It's not the real money. It's the dumb money, as I call it.
And then I remember you talking a while back when soccer was coming to Houston.
Soccer was coming to Houston.
You're looking really good.
You mean the World Cup next year?
FIFA or the
FIFA World Cup.
Yeah, so that's next year, right?
Yeah, 26 summer. Yeah.
Okay. Was that the times that you said Walmart would go up? Walmart, I think. I don't remember if you said Coca-Cola or not, but
I
that
don't
was
know
the
what
Walmart stock that you said when FIFA comes to.
Yeah, I don't know what Walmart would have to do with directly.
Walmart stock.
Sorry?
I guess the sales, like when they come, I thought maybe when they went to, what were they going to Washington, right? The World Cup.
The World Cup is all over North America and Canada and Mexico, not just in one city.
Remember when Trump signed something to where I thought it was soccer. I thought it was FIFA. And that they were going to be in Washington, I thought.
FIFA, right? FIFA is the right. It's called soccer in America. Globally, it's called football, and FIFA is the is the global world association of football, and the soccer football tournament, the World Cup, is coming to North America in the summer of 2026. It'll be over a couple of months, about a month, or sort of 6-7 weeks, I think, over the whole of North America, Canada, and Mexico. What you saw was the president of FIFA. He went to the White House to give Donald Trump, have some fun, some tickets, and show off the trophy and all the rest of it. But It's that's what's happening.
Okay. And your membership. I signed up for your membership.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I also signed up for the newsletter with Sensei.
Yeah.
But the membership, is that where we could be able to see your trades whenever you're off from here of YouTube?
Okay.
Or is that just Discord and X?
Okay, let me explain the membership. Which membership did you get?
I think it was gold.
Oh, you got a gold membership. Okay, well, you got everything then. Let me explain what you've got. So first of all, the purpose of the membership is not to make me rich or a way to exploit my audience. I mean, obviously, I'm entitled to sell memberships. I can do what I want, but that's not why I do it. I do it to provide the best service, and by having different levels, you give people different privileges and that time that I spend to do that. All right. So, and also, if you have memberships, it stops trolls and bots wasting my time who would take up those things that I want to do. That's why we have memberships. And I made the pledge that I would never increase the prices, and I never have, including inflation. So for 4 years, they've never changed in price, and they're never going to change in price. And so effectively, they get cheaper every year, and we find new ways to give you new services all the time. The purpose of the membership is to provide community and information to help you make a more informed choice. It's not so you follow my trades or whatever, but I share everything with you. So as a bronze member, that's the entry level, you get you can call into the show like this. You can ask me a question. So you can call in anytime you want as a bronze member. There are members only streams, members only special events, members only videos. What that means is I interview CEOs live on the show. Done about 20. Got loads planned for next year. So all of those events are members only, because the members then in the chat can speak directly to the CEO. Eventually, we'll have people like Brad on the show. We've had other great CEOs already on the show, okay? So you can talk to your CEO of your company as a member, okay? They're members only events.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Massive perk, right? For a couple of bucks. It's not about the price. We're just trying to provide the best value, right? Then if you comment to any video under the video on YouTube, so once this live stream goes out and it becomes processed and becomes a video, you comment, not in the live chat, but in the comments. I reply personally to every single member, and I have done for 4 years, and I've never missed a single comment. So if you are a member, right, and you message me, do a comment, I reply back to you. If you then reply back to that, I don't see that. You have to do a fresh comment. That's not to get you to do another comment. People go, oh, he just wants comments. That's how you grow on YouTube. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Me replying to comments is a lot of work. It's about 2 hours every single evening, right? Rather than watching TV, I am sat there doing comments. It's to provide a service.
Especially on a bunch of idiots.
Sorry?
Especially on a bunch of idiots.
That's
really
that's why it's members only. Right? So I don't
good.
Right? That's why I only post, and I only see, and I only reply to members only. If you go below any video over the last year, it was different a few years ago when we were a small channel, but over the last year, every single video, all the comments you will see have badges next to their name. You won't see any non-members in there. None. I don't post the non-members because they're all filtered together with the trolls and the bots. I haven't got time. No one's interested in having a conversation with someone who just wants to shout stupid stuff, right? We want to win and make money, right? So I hold all comments, and then I filter by members, and I post all members. Whether
I can't believe this.
We got a new membership. Let me just move that out of the way.
TLRY is 33 has become a member.
Right? So then I post all the members' comments, every single one, good or bad. Now today, because our viewers have gifted and bought so many memberships, there'll be people who are trolls, not bots, of course, but trolls, people that think I'm an idiot and I'm wrong, and I will post their comments too, because I post everyone's comments, and I will also reply to them. So as a member, that's another thing that you get, okay? Most of the trolls, though, will not renew the membership. They don't. They haven't got any. Most trolls are losing. They haven't got any money. So $2 for them is, they're not going to do it. You believe this, mate? On our extra channel, we only charge 99 cents to be a member, so that runs 24/7. So people can watch the restream of today's show on the extra channel and talk to each other. And guess what? 99 cents is all it took to stop all the trolls. Not one troll has paid 99 cents just to come in and say, buy Bitcoin, but not one. They don't. Trolls and bots and people like that, they're too lazy and they won't do it. They won't spend 1 penny doing it, but they'll do it for free. Crazy, right? Anyway, so that just shows you the level of how it all works. So that's what the memberships are for. Now then, on top of that, as a bronze member, I will engage with you as much as possible on social media. I post all my trades on X, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, everywhere. The community page on YouTube. There's member sections for all that stuff.
Yeah, where's the community page on YouTube?
Great question. Thank you very much. If you go to the homepage of the channel, right, there's the homepage of the channel. It says there, look, where is it? Posts. It's called Posts, not community. Posts. See it there, look? Posts.
Okay.
And there are all my trades, positions, polls, all that stuff. All right. So
I spend all day Sunday looking for that.
Well, there you go. That's why I say
when you say
that. Listen, mate. What's your real name?
Roy Jordan.
Roy. This is what I do, Roy. I just say to people, phone me up on the show. I don't do text. I don't do emails. I don't message anybody. I just say call into the show. Good old fashioned. Pick up the phone, have a chat, and now you get all the answers. Right. So that's what you get as a bronze member. Now, you also get free songs on the Friday music show. If it's your birthday, we celebrate your birthday. There's loads of other things, but the list goes on forever, right? Emojis, yada, yada. Silver membership, you get all of that with a priority. So you get answered quicker, and there's some extra perks as well to silver membership. Mainly responses is quicker and so on and so forth. Gold gives you all of bronze and silver, but it also gives you 1 hour a month. You can have a video call like this to me in private, not on the show, in private, just like you are now, but in private, discussing things. I'm not your financial advisor, but if you want to chat about a YouTube channel, building a YouTube channel, or you just want to chat, you want support.
I don't have to hear you sing for an hour, do I?
No. That's a bit cheeky.
I'm just kidding.
I know. I love the humor. No, but you can call in. You can call like this anytime you want. You're in the chat during a show. You say to me, Martyn, are you free next Friday? And I go, yeah, next Friday's fine at 5 o'clock. And then I'll give you the link like you are now, and you'll call in. Except there'll be nobody here. It's private. That's a gold. Also, when you want to buy something, let me know. We can give you discounts in the shop. That pays for your membership. So gold is the best value because my time, I earn about $500 to $700 an hour. That's what I earn. That's my value of my time. So when I give you an hour of my time, that's what I'm giving you. You're not paying for it because the difference between Electrum and gold is about like $15. You're not buying my time. I'm giving it to you, all right? You also get Electrum because Electrum is below gold, right? That's our weekly game show where we give away prizes. And you can learn all about stocks and shares in a live interactive game show. Above gold, you have sponsorship level. And that is what sponsors offer me 30 to 40 to 50 grand to do all the time to promote their crypto projects, businesses, whatever. You get for $99 because we don't take corporate sponsorship, only viewers. So if you want to promote a business, a charity, somebody else's business, somebody else's charity. Maybe your wife has a YouTube channel. You want to give it for Christmas, promote it for $99. That's what you get. We put you on the homepage. And if you are a very big investor, and we have the platinum membership. That's for whales. That's for big investors. We got a $500 package. They get their own videos, their own live streams, very special relationships. We only have one. That is the platinum membership. Does that answer your questions about memberships?
Yep, it sure does, buddy.
Brilliant.
I'll make one more response to you, man, of your question that you asked earlier.
Oh, hang on a second. Let me unmute you. Carry on. I've got you now.
So, like you were saying about how you tired of winning, like you get more upset by losing 10 grand than winning 10 grand.
Absolutely.
And that is so true. A small inkling of it is going to the casino. Say you go to the casino. Which one are you going to you're there for 5 minutes. Which one are you going to be happy at? That you won $200-$300 or that you lost your $100 the first 5 minutes as you were there? Now you're miserable the whole rest of the time you're there. You know? If you're cheap like me, of course.
No,
but,
I feel the same. I'm right with you there. I think the problem is, and no one ever asks this question, and I know this because I talk to people, I do the polls and all the rest of it. No one ever asks this question. Why are you here? Why are you watching this show? What is the point? So you've got two answers. Some come for the community. They love to be able to, just like you, call in, have a friend, have a chat. They enjoy the friendship. It's live every day. They talk to their friends. It's a community. There are people here who don't even invest, just want to be part of a show, at a live show. They find me entertaining. So every day it's part of their daily routine. It's a community, and that's what we want. We call them the Lucasades. We get together, we meet each other, we do stuff, we have parties on a Friday. We're a community, right? That's what we do. We're not here to sell you stuff. We're here, you just watch and enjoy, call in, have a laugh, or whatever. Then there are those who want to invest. Now, if you want to invest, here's the questions you have to ask yourself. Why are you here? Well, I want to make money. Steady on. Back it up. We all want to make money, but if you just say, I want to make money, you'll always 100% lose. Because you need to know, first of all, what is your goal? You can't play any game. You can't start any business until you know what the objective and the goal is. You can't start a war and invade a country unless you know what the objective is and the goal is. Otherwise, where does it go? It ends in disaster. So if your aim is just to, I want to get rich, you're going to lose all your money. For me, what I want to do is, because I started by building a business, earning money, paying off my car loan, paying off my mortgage. I own my house. I have no debts anymore, right? I'm now in a position where I can invest. I worked, I earned some money, I built my position, and now I invest. You don't use the stock market to get rich. You use you to get rich. And then when you're rich or rich enough, you can invest and then make yourself richer. And the purpose of it is, for me, and everyone's different, I want to make $1 million just because it's entertaining. It's a thing to do, from 5,000 to 1 million on the show by the end of the decade. I'm way ahead of schedule. That's my target. And that isn't just a fun number, which it is, of course, but it's also all I need. Because I have no car loan, no mortgage, I live very cheap. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't go out. I just, on a Sunday, when I retire, I'll go back to England because I'm in Dallas now. I'll go back to England, I'll walk to a pub on a Sunday. We have free healthcare, we have free bus transport. All I need is to walk to the pub on a Sunday, buy a pint. My house runs on solar. I don't need that much. $1 million would make me rich. And remember, $1 million in the stock market makes 100 grand a year in itself by compounding. So I don't even need, $1 million is enough. So if now I know my objective.
I think what you have is enough. $1 million just sounds better. I think you could live on what you got. Doing what you do.
I could live on what I got now.
Don't do a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're making it $1 million because it's entertaining and it's a goal to work for, and so on and so forth. So because I know that I'm on track to do that, I focus on not losing rather than winning. So when my money is invested in the stock market, and I believe you should always be invested, even if you're expecting a carry trade, unwind, crashes, because it's better to always remain in, but pivot lower and lower and lower using the lots the way I do it. Okay? So you always invest, you always stay in the game. So I'm focusing on not losing money. So I'm not trying to chase something speculative. And like we said today, Tilray Brands would sell off on the bell, and it did. There it is. If I'd bought that now, like some of the idiots were telling me in the chat, I would be down money now. Now, if I'm going to buy Tilray Brands and make money, I'm going to buy $50,000, $100,000. That's the sort of position that I would do. If I did that this morning, I'd be down about 10 grand. I'd feel like a right bloody idiot. I'd feel sick. My viewers would lose respect for me. They'd go, he just lost. I mean, technically I haven't lost.
You wouldn't even want to probably finish the show.
I would feel pretty rubbish, and it would go against all of what I know and what I've learned and what I understand. So I'm not going to do that, right? So it's not about what you can make. It's how to protect your money. And when you see an opportunity, you go. It might not be today, tomorrow. It might be ages. And while you're waiting, you're not just sat on the sidelines in cash, scratching your ass, picking your nose. I'm earning 4% in SGov. I'm in defensive, reaping the dividends from Coca-Cola. I'm repositioning. What my job is right now, as any investor is not to win, not to sell for a profit. It's to build a position. Build a portfolio at a lower and lower price, at a better and better average. So when you do need the money in the future, so I retire and whatever, I've now got a portfolio. Now I want it to be up. So my job isn't to win today. It's to buy businesses that will pay me in the future. Now, when I get to $1 million in the future, I won't sell anything. I will borrow against it. And I will service the debt with the dividends. So in other words, if I get to $1 million and I've got no income and I've retired and I've given the YouTube channel to Sensei and I'm sitting here doing nothing and I'm bored and I've got to get some money to pay the bills, do I go out and sell the stock market or do I borrow against it? Well, if I go out and sell the stock market, I pay tax on some of it, not all of it, because some of it's the Roth. I pay tax on it. So for every $100, I give $20 to the government. I've only got 80. Now that $100 isn't making 10% a year anymore. At worst scenario, I can do a lot better than that. I've done 40% this year. It stops making 10%. Wouldn't it be better to leave it where it is, borrow against it, earn 3% cash back on my Robinhood card, and use the dividends and the residual income I get from the stock market to pay off and service the debt? And pay, even if I'm paying interest at 3 or 4%, I'm making 10, so I'm better off by 6. And here's the best part about it. Income that's borrowed is tax-free. Income that is achieved by selling is taxed. So when I talk to billionaires, and I know too, they don't sell, they borrow.
God forbid something happen, God forbid, of course, something happen with your margins, with your stuff that you've gotten, you've always got your $1 million in the back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's going to be there. So something crashes and your margin, you owe this money, but you're still going to be all right because you got your $1 million sitting in the back in your bank.
You're talking about margin. So in other words, I'm using margin to borrow against. So that's how I get my cash out. I use the brokerage's margin to allow me to withdraw cash. That's right. But once you build a portfolio over time and you're up hundreds of % and your averages are so low.
I can't believe
I can believe it. We got an Electra member.
912_Big Mac Dog has become a member.
He's got
Mac Dog.
Yeah, he's gone Electrum. That's our most popular membership under Gold. Gold gives you the extra, like what you've got, the one-on-one call, like you're doing now. But the stronger you build your portfolio, the less and less and less and less till it's virtually insignificant risk that margin poses you. In other words, if you've built a portfolio like I'm doing over time and you're up hundreds of % and you're using margin and you're borrowing against it, when I need to do that, the stock market could drop 80% and it still wouldn't bother me. That's the point. So what we're trying to do today is not just win on a speculative gamble and a speculative trade. That's what people do who don't understand money, don't understand tax, don't understand anything. They're just gambling and speculating and thinking, this is going to be great, this is going to be great. Whereas it's a long-term strategy of balance sheets, numbers, relationships, tax, and so on and so forth. It's not straightforward. However, as complicated as it is, it all comes down to the most basic principles. It's easy to make money. It truly is. The hard part is to keep it.
Yep.
Final thoughts. I've got to wrap this up.
I'll ask you, bud. Silver. When you're talking silver. So I personally, and I'm debt free. Praise God. I used to own my own businesses. I'm blessed. God's blessed me in every way you can think of.
Great.
But I've got about 300,000 saved up in silver. So when I sold my house, I put it all towards silver. And I got it when it was like $17 an ounce. So just blessed. I can sell it through my dealer whenever I want, but whenever there does come a point where, because you were saying the other day that you're going to have trouble selling it or finding a seller to buy it, because that's consuming my coin dealer's probably going to be out of business because they'll have no more silver to trade, I'm guessing. But so do you stick with the side of not being able to sell that silver when you do accumulate it like that? And if not, where in the world would you go to sell it, in your opinion?
Exactly.
I appreciate all your words today, brother.
Yeah. I mean, that's
everything.
it.
I appreciate you.
No, you're very welcome. That's it. People buy gold and silver as some kind of hedge or Armageddon, get them out of jail card free, you know, when everything breaks down. But when everything breaks down, the system breaks down and people just steal it from you anyway. You can't trade online because there is no power. There is no internet. There is no infrastructure. So what I want to do, I don't buy gold and silver because gold and silver doesn't do anything for me. It just sits there. It doesn't solve a problem. And I'm not worried about the end of the world coming, because when the end of the world comes, the only people that survive will be those in the third world that can dig holes with their hands and kill animals with their bare hands and all that. They don't require the internet. They don't require anything. They'll do it themselves. Those of us in the West running around shooting each other will eventually all be dead, and the third world and the animals will just take over. So I'm not bothered about that scenario because I'm rubbish in that situation. I'll be buggered, absolutely buggered, because I used to be able to survive, but now I'm rubbish. So I'm not focusing on the worst case scenario, because when it comes to it, we got bigger issues, and my money or lack of gold or isn't going to help me whatsoever. So I'm not even focusing on that. What I do. But
will there always be a place to buy physical though?
Well, if Armageddon comes and there's no power and electric and everything's just falling apart, there's just going to be people stealing it from you, isn't there?
Could you go to another country with it?
You can't. How are you going to travel? How are you going to get on a plane? There's no planes. There's no electric. There's no communication.
I guess you are. Armageddon.
You know,
to get my money back, I'll walk.
See,
with my guns.
But let me tell you,
my guns and my animals.
But let me tell you something very interesting, right? If Armageddon came and we had a nuclear war and they blew everything up, when the dust settled and we're left,
what's money anyway? Exactly.
But do you know what? Coca-Cola would still exist, and do you know why? All the bottling factories would be blown up. There's no bottles. There's none of that. What makes Coca-Cola valuable? Some of the great brands. It is the name, and whoever owns the name, who's able to publish the name, comes back.
I didn't think about that.
So all of a sudden, 10 years later, and we're all buying, we've built back factories, we've built back this, and the ones that are leading it were the ones that led it into it. Coca-Cola. The brands, the names you recognize. It's the name that's valuable. Do you know Coca-Cola doesn't even bottle its its drinks. It franchises it out. It just sells the name. It's a brand. That's what it is. That's why it's so profitable. That's why I buy it. Because at the end of the day, I don't need to protect myself from the end of the world. What I want to do is acquire businesses that make money and solve problems, provide cash flow. Crypto's great while everybody wants to buy it, but remember, it never solves an issue and it doesn't earn any money. Now, people go, yes, it does. You can move crypto, da-da-da-da-da-da. I know better than most people because I have had a bank account. I bet most people in the show cannot say this. I've got a bank account in America, bank account in the UK, bank account in Canada, and I have had bank accounts around the world, Australia and Europe and Amsterdam. So, and Norway. So I know from a first-hand experience that I can send money anywhere in the world whenever I want for free. I pay Sensei and Vaz in the UK using an app that transfers money that never leaves the shores of America. It swaps. It's basically like using a kind of a crypto technology system without any coins. It's existed for about 10 years. We don't need crypto to solve this payment issue. It already exists. People with money already do it. And it's bank to bank, instantly, free, secure. It already exists. So we love crypto. We love what it does, but we can live without it. What we can't live without is the people that make things, fix things, and provide services. So I want to buy businesses that do that. And they'll always return me profit as long as they're a well-run business. And they'll be the ones that come back when it all crashes.
And if someone's going to do some bombing or something, they might love Coca-Cola. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. It's a good one. Yeah,
Leave
don't bomb the Coca-Cola factory. I like me Coke on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah, but you see, if you blew up, and that happened, I think it was in Peru, there was some terrorism, famous incident, and they attacked, I think it was Pepsi or Coca-Cola, I forget which one it was. They attacked the factory. They blew it up, they did all this, so on and so forth. All they did was blow up and attack a franchise bottling manufacturer, whatever. The brand of Coca-Cola still remains. Somebody else built a new factory in its place and carried on selling it. You can't take it away.
I did not know they franchised their stuff out.
Yeah.
I didn't know they franchised
Me
out.
and
man.
you
I know there's
could get a factory
a lot of beer
and we
companies
could
that
we could
franchise-
bottle for
franchise
Coca-Cola.
out.
They would send us the syrup and they'd say, put it in your bottles, and they would send us the stickers to put on the bottles, and we would sell Coca-Cola. Coke don't have that problem.
Wow.
That's why it's a good
Yeah,
business,
that's
right?
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is it. On the stock market, there are hundreds of businesses, I bet you've never, ever heard of, really boring businesses like the railways that makes money every day. That's the sort of business you want to own, right? You want to own a business that actually works, makes money, is well-funded, well-managed. Why do you want to own something that's speculative or you're guessing? You can have a bit of speculation and guessing if you want as well, like buying a lottery ticket. But why would you put all your money into that or have a big part of that when you can own a great business that always makes you money without the drama and the stress?
It's true. It makes a lot of sense.
It's easy. I keep saying
Now,
it.
that XRP that you plan on buying when it gets down to $1, are you buying it because it's just a hell of a deal, or are you buying it from some information that you did get from Bank of America?
Good question. That is the right
Can
question.
I ask that?
You can. I will answer what I can. So there's no real value with XRP. There isn't. People will shout at me for saying that. They'll go, yeah, but every time there's a transaction, XRP is burned. Correct. So XRP gets scarcer over time. Correct. But there's 100 billion and it's hardly even touched. It's hardly a scratch. It will never, ever, ever be affected by a diminishing supply, right? It's just not going to happen. So where's the money to be made? Well, the money to be made on the belief, the speculative gamble. When certain macro conditions occur and certain risk on assets come back in favor, they're off now because of the carry trade, everybody will buy. So you can make money. Is that speculating? Yeah. Absolutely. Don't kid yourself. It's speculating. The only way it makes money is when you can sell it to somebody else who will pay more for it. There's a moral issue here, and I'm very much about the moral issue. When I buy a great business, I can sell it in 20 years to you, and you now own a great business, which is going to grow and inflate its price over time as well. 100%. Don't need anybody else to buy Coca-Cola or more people to buy it. Now, imagine there's the same number of people on the planet and we're all drinking the same amount. It's not growing anymore. It's going sideways. It makes money because of inflation, so the price of the Coke goes up. So the stock price goes up. That's why the stock market always goes up. Things aren't necessarily growing. Money has been devalued over time. All right? That's all the stock market is. So that's why you remain in, because over time, money is devalued. So if you're in, anything that you own with a monetary value has gone up in price. That's all the stock market is. Okay? So alongside that, you want a business that makes money. That's why it outperforms inflation. All right? Otherwise, it would just make 4%, right? So XRP doesn't have any real value. It's just people will buy it. Now, when I sell a business, I feel good about that because you can own it and you've now got an asset. Whereas crypto, I've got to sell it to you and you could be left holding the bag of something that's worthless. I don't like it. It's one of the reasons why I'm not all in crypto. Immorally, it's not right. However, Ripple, on the other hand, is a bank that will use all of this stuff and be profitable with the way it transacts around the world, and it will be more efficient and more cost effective than Swift and what exists now, and that bank will make profits. I like owning banks. I own banks in the S&P 500, don't I? Bank of America, JP Morgan, all these things. Banks make money. Banks are doing quite well right now. They'll do well on they'll be the first to recover on the yen carry trade. Oh, we have a massive super chat. Our second biggest super chat of all time. Trent, welcome to the stage.
At Trent McCulloch 724 donated $49.99 through a super chat. I was re-watching your video from earlier. Did we makes the super chat amount for live coverage for the carried trade?
We didn't, but we have now. Absolutely. We will cover the live carry trade Friday night, 11 p.m. in the US, 5 p.m. in the UK, live. I think Sensei's going to do it. I don't think Leah will allow me to do it, all right? But we will cover it for you. Thank you for such an amazing super chat. I've really got to wrap this up, mate. You've been on the show for nearly an hour here today.
Big super chat and stuff, that pretty face.
Oh, I just missed that. You're breaking up on your
Face
signal.
over here that I'm seeing here, getting all them super chats for you.
Sorry,
I
mate.
said you're getting all them super chats and that big money because there's pretty face right over here.
That's what it is. I tell you what, folks, if you think Choro is got a pretty face, do a super chat or a comment. Hey, listen, mate, thank you for calling in. I'm going to have to cut you off. You've had about an hour with me.
I appreciate you.
Very welcome.
I know. I appreciate every bit of it. You have a blessed day, and tell Leah, you go have a great time this weekend with Les. What you need to do, bro.
That's what we need to do.
And we love you and we'll miss you.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Any final thoughts or question before I go?
Care.
Did I answer everything for you?
No, I think I questioned you out, man. I just want to appreciate you.
Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
And y'all go have a good week.
There you go. Lovely stuff.
Buddy.
Thank you very much indeed. There you go. All right. That was a great call. All members can call in just like that. We are now going to end the video phoning because I have got to go. So let me unpin that. Thank Trent for that massive super chat. That's amazing. Thank you very much. This was a Tilray special. All the way through today's live show, I was telling you that Tilray Brands could pop to $100. But be careful, people will take profits. We started the show by giving you that message, and in the chat, nobody wanted to hear it. Oh no, it's going to go up and up and up and up and all the rest of it. Well, it didn't, did it? No, it didn't. It sold off exactly as we expected it to do so. No surprise. I know the people who are buying it and selling it, and it was as sure as eggs are eggs that was going to happen, and it did. Later on today, Trump allegedly will be signing the executive order. If he does, and it happens, expect it to rally again and dump once again. More importantly, the numbers will be reflected in the upcoming earnings. That's what we want to focus on. So that's the end of our Tilray coverage now. I'm going to go to comments and questions. Are we in members only mode? I'm going to give everyone the chance now to ask me the last. We'll go to everybody now, general subscribers. So now everyone can ask me a question in the last couple of minutes. If you'd like to ask me a question, please feel free. This is my portfolio. The studio is green. We're making money. We're not losing money. We're focusing on value. The S&P is selling off. The yen carry trade has already begun before Friday. Coca-Cola is making me money. It's outperforming everything. I can trim whenever I want to and take some profit. There's nothing wrong with taking profit. I don't have to wait until $80. I can trim it here very, very happily. Think about it. In fact, if you look at this now, it's at $132,000. I trimmed it from about 180. 132. Well, if it makes 10%, that's about $13,000. Right now, I've made nearly $4,000 today, $5,000 on Friday, and about $5,000 a few weeks ago. I've made about $15,000. Easy, simple, no risk, no drama. I could wait and make another $13,000 running up to 80, but everybody will start trimming. And remember, when the yen carry trade unwinds, which it is already doing, Coca-Cola will go down as well. So there's nothing wrong with trimming and taking some profit. So what I could do now, and what I probably will do, I'll reassess in a few moments. I think what I'll do is trim it back. Bring it back into balance. $4,000 is great. With the other 5 and the other 5, it's great. Do I really want another 13? Well, do I want another 13? What difference does it make to me? If I make $13,000, nothing. Doesn't really make a big difference. But if I lose the profit I've gained, that would hurt me more. So take some profit, trim it back. And then if it pulls back lower than where it is now, which it will in the yen carry trade, I can buy back more lower and still be in for February to reap those dividends. So what I might start doing, in fact, I will start doing, is taking some profit. I'll start doing it now. There's no real point. I mean, I can go a little bit longer, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday as we approach the yen carry trade. Might be able to get a bit more, but at the end of the day, if I'm winning and I'm putting it in my SGov, I ultimately end up with that. 42% up this year, $72,000. Nothing wrong with that. With no drama, no risk. And now I guarantee to earn 4% on SGov. And then I can buy the S&P when it goes down. Because remember, when the S&P goes down hard, the Coca-Cola will still go down. It's not immune with it. I can also then go into crypto, because as we said, crypto is falling. We can buy more of it on the way down. So everything is the way it should be. I wonder if you knew what is Armageddon. I certainly do know what Armageddon is. Silver is analog XRP, says Jerry. That's why I buy oil stocks. We will always need oil. Correct. Silver is so rubbish. Even Nvidia needs to have it. Silver is so rubbish. Even Nvidia needs to have it. I don't get that. Armageddon out of here. Oil is the world currency energy, says Stephen Ludowski. Brian, I plate silver on aerospace parts, spent $2,000 per silver anode a couple of years ago, not looking forward to the quote when I place a new purchase order soon. Thank you, Brian. It's almost like silver isn't a crucial, irreplaceable material used with high-performance AI chips. Thank you, Trent. We are doing the event most certainly now. Yee, he says. MSK, the super chat king of kings. He was once. He's been passed now. He's been passed a couple of times. We don't see MSK anymore. Sadly. He has the prettiest of faces. Have a great day, everyone, and happy holidays. We need legislation, not an executive order. I will give 10 memberships. Oh my gosh, respect to you. Thank you, Kevin. You as well, Cedar Trees. Says Vanessa. I trimmed Coca-Cola, just 10% of my small position. Thank you. Good morning, Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. Just call me Kevin. Good morning. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, everybody. What stocks do you have right now? I'll answer that in a second. Has the carry trade already been priced in? No. Merry Christmas, Vanessa. Right. What we're going to do now is we're going to continue. And I'm going to give you some price predictions. I'm going to give you some sensitive inside information. And it's all for the members only. So it's a new feature. We can now do this during the show. We end the main stream. And if you are a member, it will automatically switch to members only. So here comes the event. I'm going to set this up for you now. And I'm going to give you some more sensitive information, predictions, prices, and so on, based upon facts, numbers, and relationships. So what I'm going to do now is get rid of that. We're going to go to members only. Now, I don't mean a members only chat. Oops, save. I mean a members only stream. We always try to give the members the best service. So here we go. All channel members starts in 5 minutes. There you go. You'll see at the top.
I can't believe this.
There's a clock.
At Jeremy 8584 has become a member.
I'm going to give you some prices, some targets, and so on. So there you go. It says if you watch, I don't know why I'm saying this. If you're watching, what a silly thing that is. If you're watching. Right? Can you see now at the top of the chat, it says members only live. This is a live stream, not members only chat, a members only live event. There's a clock and you need to be a member to view it. It's at the top. Can you see it? We're counting down a clock, right? So we're about to go there right now. So in 4 minutes, if you're a member, you'll carry on watching. For those that aren't members, you will not be part of the members event. Much more sensitive information. So let me make a couple of adjustments here to this event.
I can't believe this.
I can believe it.
I can't believe this.
I can believe it. Right, I'm just making a couple of adjustments to it because we go there in just a couple of moments.
I can't believe this.
I've got to add it to a couple of playlists. Okay.
I can't believe this.
So in a few moments' time, when the clock reaches 0, it'll automatically start. We're going to give you some price targets. We'll be members only mode, not just members chat, but you won't be able to view the live stream. It's one of the members perks which we talked about.
I can't believe this.
Okay. We've got how many minutes left now? 1 minute, 53 seconds.
I can't believe this.
Fantastic. What a great day. So we're up. Coca-Cola is up. I'm not going to sell it yet.
I can't believe this.
Not buying crypto yet. I'm not buying the S&P yet, even though I'm down slightly. I'm holding my money in SGov. We're waiting for something much, 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 much more dramatic. How long have we got? We got 1 minute left. So if you want to join us,
I can't believe this.
You can. These are all members. Somebody, so if you are a member, if you have won a membership, it's been bought for you from one of our viewers at their own money. What you want to do is you want to upgrade your membership now so you don't lose it. Then you get all the perks.
I can't believe this.
Right now, you've got a temporary one. It will end. It'll end in 30 days, and you won't get all the benefits. So consider doing that. All right, this is about to end in a few seconds' time. So stand by. Thanks, Martyn, for recommending Alpha Spread. I signed up for the year. What an awesome tool, Alpha Spread.
I can't believe
yeah.
this.
Just for a couple of bucks, right? In it, a month or something crazy like that with our membership. Everyone should get it. I don't know why everyone doesn't. It's amazing. Yeah, I know the CEO. So I brought you the best deal. Okay, 3 seconds, 2, 1. Here we go.